So, Montreal are in a bit of a pickle this season. They've just lost 6-0 to the Toronto Maple Leafs the other day. For Montreal fans, that is like completely unacceptable. And it is. To lose 6-0 is unacceptable by any NHL standards. They lost 10-0 last year to the Columbus Blue Jackets, so that it's not a rare event these days. They're not got the goal scoring has been getting progressively less each season. The productivity has dropped. Their shot percentage has dropped. The goals against has gone up. It's not a new thing. The team is stuttering, and there are some ageing players in there that need to go. Placanets. Gallagher and Galchenyuk haven't been the players they should have been. Pacioretty's not really a captain. Shea Weber, he's starting to show a little bit of his age. And having your third choice goalie, because Carey Price is injured and Al Montoya is worrying, and that the fact your best player has been a 19-year-old defenseman in Mete is worrying. It is. There's problems from the first line to the bottom pairing, indeed. There is. This rests on Bergevin. This rests on the fact that they've signed certain players to long-term contracts, which are massive cap hits. Carey Price is on a stupidly long contract that kicked in next year. It's the worst mistake they could have made. A couple of years extension? Yeah, that long kind of extension. No other team's going to want to pick him up if they want to trade him out. It's the cap hits too big. It's too big a contract. They're going to have to buy him out. The fact they've kept Placanets is worrying. Like they're trying to rely on a guy who's 36. His best days are 10 years behind him. Gallagher and Galchenyuk have just been below what people expect. They haven't kicked on. If you want to draw a parallel with any other sport, you've got to look at other sports, other leagues, where teams are regularly just constantly drip feeding new players in, and the old players, then they wind down, but the new players are there unstudying to replace them. I look at the Man United teams in the English Premier League from 1992 through to 4 years ago. They didn't win every league title. They didn't win every FA Cup, but they were always there, challenging, because they had a good core that was constantly evolving. One player would drop out, another player would come in. The core was the core. They constantly added new players, be it from the youth system or other teams where they transferred them in. They constantly did this under the Ferguson era. And it took a long time to be successful, and then when they were successful, they were successful for a very, very long time. They're not as successful now, but they're coming back slowly. But they've gone through a lot of managerial changes. Montreal have kept the same core without adding the right bits to it. That is the issue. They're not scoring, they're not defending, and you cannot rely on a goaltender who's regularly injured. You might need possibly when Al Montoya's fit, get him back in as soon as possible, and keep that young lad as a backup. Lingard, I think his name is. Keep him as a backup. Price is nowhere near fit. They say he's skating, and he is, but he's not doing proper goalie drills. I've seen the footage. They're not being honest about what his injury is. If he's really done a severe lower body injury, which basically means anywhere from your waist downwards, he could have a hernia, he could on his knee, his ankle, his groin, his lower back, his hip. Any one of those areas could be injured. They take a long time to heal. If you rush him back and it flares up, he's done for the season again, and then you really are in trouble. Could it be possible to trade Al Montoya for a younger, better goalie? There's not that many out there who are decent backup standard. They're in trouble. How do they fix it? They've got to get rid of certain players, but what do they get back? They might have to rely on free agency. They're not going to be in playoff contention by February the way they're going. They're going to need something serious to turn it around. And I think the GM's job's done. They don't make the playoffs this year. I think Bergevin's out of the job. I think Claude Julien could be out of the job, and it's not his fault. He inherited this group of players. He is stuck with this group of players because the big boss man, Marc Bergevin, is signing all these players to stupidly long-term contracts and rewarding them for being average. The players they've lost, like PK Subban. Yes, Shea Weber is a decent replacement. Apart from that, they're not really bringing in the players that they're losing the other way. Petrie is not performing. So, key players aren't pulling their weight. And there's an issue there. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe. I will have some more videos for you soon.